So when is this also when like the Get Brown starts when you meet these people, or does that come a bit later?
Right. So that was a little bit later actually. So yeah, throughout dental school, like I was taking classes on weekends, but
Sure.
I didn't have time really to perform or anything. So what I was doing mostly was like YouTube videos. Because it was like, in my control, I could do it on my own time. If I had like, a little bit of time between exams or whatever, I would schedule making a video. And yeah, a couple of them did like pretty well. And that was like kind of my main thing for a while. And then near the end of dental school, I started to like reach the end of the improv courses too.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to think a little bit more seriously about like, okay, I need to get more involved like in the theater space. I need to get on stage more, and then yeah, I started performing at IO West, RIP, which used to be yeah, another theater in LA, but yeah, another poorly run theater. The finances were just in shambles.
Yeah.
And so yeah, they closed like just a couple of years ago. But yeah, that's where I started. Everyone kind of knew that was like a little less competitive than UCB. Like if you want to get on stage and like
you'll get stage
time
reps
in, like yeah, you should try to get on a team at iOS. It's a little bit easier. UCB was very competitive and really, really tough to get on stage. You kind of had to like be around.
Yeah, how does it work? Like what's the, you said there's classes, so what's the structure? Like, is there a course?
Right. Yeah. So there's different courses you can take. There's sketch writing courses.
Okay.
There's like 101, 201, I think all the way up to like 401, 501.
Okay.
And then there's improv track, same kind of thing, up to 501. And now they still have these classes over Zoom, but yeah, they have like character classes, I think like screenwriting courses, all these kind of things. And yeah, so I did improv. And yeah, once you have taken, I think it's like up to 201 or 301, you're eligible to audition for one of the teams. Okay. So there's two types of teams at that theater. There's improv teams called Herald teams, and there's sketch teams called mod teams. Okay. So I was way more into sketch than I ever was into improv. So yeah, I auditioned, I want to say maybe 5 years in a row. Before I ended up actually getting it. I always got like super close. I made it to like first audition, then I made it to second audition, and then I eventually got it.
And this is what, like on the basis of like a sketch you submit, or
yeah, so right. So if you want to be a writer,
yeah,
you have to submit like a packet of I think like 3 to 5 sketches, something like that. And then if you want to be a performer, you have to submit first a 2-minute tape, unedited, no cuts, of you just like doing as many characters as you want.
Like an SNL audition would be.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Honestly, the UCB limits were like way more restrictive than an SNL tape. Like,
right.
The UCB limits were like 2 minutes, not 1 millisecond over. If it's a millisecond over, we're not watching it. You also can't edit between characters. So it has one take. So
you just say that now this is this character.
Yeah. When you finish a character, you're like out of breath, hurriedly ripping off a wig, putting out on the
with costumes.
Putting on another costume, whatever, and then out of breath doing the next one. It's bananas. Yeah. I think they just are like, we know you're gonna fucking do it. Just do it. Like, what are you gonna not do this so that you don't have a chance of getting on a team? We know you want. So, I really feel that's what it was. So then, if they like that, then you come in for an in-person audition. Okay. So you go into the back of the theater in this space called the Inner Sanctum, which is like their cafe behind the theater. And it's full of the committee of people. So it's like, directors who works the theater. It's performers who've been around for a long time, and the artistic director. So yeah, famously, like not a warm room. They don't love to laugh, but like if you can get them to laugh, you did pretty good.
It's a good sign.
So then you do that, and then if they like that, then there's a round 2 audition where you're paired with another person who's gotten to that level. Okay. and you have to prepare 2 scenes that they give you. Basically, one sketch is where you're the character, they're the straight man, the other character switched. The other sketch is switched. So yeah, they want to know that like you can play the straight man in a scene. They want to know that you can find a character from material that somebody has written. So like you can make it your own, you know? So yeah, so you got to do that. You got to do those 2 scenes in front of them. And then if they like you from there, then you get on a team. So yeah, so after like 5 years of like, yeah, I would make it to, I would not hear anything. Then I got it, the first one, then I would get to the second one, and then yeah, I got it. So,
and all this time dental school's going on in the background.
That's right. Yeah, so I didn't end up getting in until I finished dental school.
Right. Okay.
Right. Yeah. So